12 years in grades K through 12. He was recently inducted into Toledo's City League Hall of Fame as a former high school football player. And he is currently the CEO of Mentoring Education and Leadership, which is a nonprofit organization that is committed to assisting youth and their families. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Carnel Smith. I'm sorry, that's enough. I was just joking. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Carnel Smith.
Let's round of applause for these youngsters here. I promise to be brief. It's a great honor for me to be here this morning as a parent and also as a volunteer here at Learning Ladders. I want to first start off by thanking Dr. Reverend Cup and First Church of God for having the vision, the wisdom, and the insight to recognize the importance of having an education community located centrally here in this church. And we'd like to thank you for that.
Amen.
Let's give them a nice round of applause. Yes. Secondly, I don't know, my wife and I don't know what we would do without Miss Kelly and the staff here at Learning Ladders. We're committed parents, we're committed volunteers here because of the long hours and dedication that Miss Kelly and all the staff members put in here. They routinely go the extra mile, far and beyond the call of duty, to ensure that our children receive a top-notch 21st century, outside-the-box education. That being said, I just want to expose my biases because I am an educator myself, and I think that being an educator is the most noble profession that one can do, educating children, especially our children, these beautiful children up here and the beautiful children who perform today, because not only are they our present, but they're our future. So I need everyone in here to stand up to give this staff a nice round of applause because they go. Let's clap up for them because this is an excellent job. And I tell you, they're only going to get better. And I see the improvement more and more each year. As I stated, being an educator, I'm constantly putting my 2 cents in, trying not to be overbearing, trying to just give little suggestions or just take this thing called education to another level. Over the past month, last month, I had several speaking engagements. I spoke at a scholarship awards banquet. I also spoke at a National Honor Society induction banquet, as well as the commencements for 8th grade. And all of those was vitally important. They were very, very important events. However, this is really dear to my heart. Not just because I'm a parent, but because I'm committed to being a lifetime learner. I believe in education. I believe education is the one and only thing that will truly liberate us as a people and place us on a solid ground, which give us an opportunity to compete on a global basis. Not just here in the city of Toledo, Ohio, not just in the state of of Ohio, or not just in this country, but on a global basis. And I say that is because these are our youngsters, and this is where it begins. This First Church of God right here in Learning Ladders, this is fertile ground. This is fertile ground. And right now, these youngsters right here that's on stage, the youngsters that was performing, who's going to be graduating very soon, this is the fertile ground where we plant, right here. And with our hopes and prayers, we're hoping and praying and visualizing the success of these students. I heard Miss Kelly say that these are our future attorneys and teachers and doctors. Yes, they are. And they're going to go far and beyond. And we, as the parents, as the grandparents, as the godparents, as the mentors, it's on us to continue to cultivate these youngsters to ensure that they reach their maximum potential. Okay, this right here, this is the foundation. And with any building, any organization, it begins with the foundation. This here at Learning Ladders is the foundation for the future. This is their foundation. This is where it begins. It must begin here. But this responsibility is not just Reverend Pastor Cup. It's not just his responsibility. It's not just my responsibility. It's not just Mrs. Kelly's responsibility or the staff here at Learning Ladders. This is all of our responsibility. All of us have a stake here. All of us that are here today are stakeholders. We are responsible for our children's future. We are responsible that to make sure that the homework get done. We're responsible to ensure that we're reading to these youngsters. It takes a team effort. I thank God that I've been blessed to always be a part of a team. I love being a part of a team. And I've always said and told my friends, I would rather be the last guy on a bench with a winner than be a superstar Hall of Famer on a loser. And right here, we have a winning team. We have a winning team here. But right now, as I stated before, we got to cultivate this. And this is not the time to let go. We got to hold on and continue to believe and uplift our children. We got to continue to believe and uplift them. In fact, we have to believe in them so much. We got to believe in them when they don't have the strength or the courage to believe in themselves. And trust me, it's coming. Because it's a hard, cruel world out here, as we all know. But these kids, I've been fortunate to work in the suburban areas, as well as charter schools and Toledo Public Schools. My nonprofit organization, we're committed to assisting youth and families. And as I come around the city and around the state and around this country and around the world, these babies we have, they're geniuses. They're genius. Trust me when I tell you this. Trust me. And many times we can't see it right now, but we got to knock off this dirt. When we got to go and get gold, we got to dig for it. A lot of time when we go and get coal, we got get diamonds, we got to get that coal from around it many times. You know, my pastor always say, you know, when we put those olives, they have to go through the pressing machine to get that oil sometimes. And therefore, we're going to have to make and continue to make the supreme sacrifices to assist these kids into their maturation throughout, not just going to kindergarten, but throughout elementary, junior high, and high school, and beyond. It's on us. It's on us. It's on us. Why? Why is it on us? Because Miss Kelly and the staff here cannot do it all by themselves. So when homework is sent home, hey, we got to make sure this thing is done. And I know all of us are working. All of us are going the extra mile. You love your children dearly. You're doing what you have to do to keep the lights on and put food on the table. And many times after working 8, 10, 12-hour shifts, even doubles, to ensure that you're taking care of your families, we got to dig a little deeper, family. We got to dig a little deeper. When we get home and we're tired and we don't feel like helping with that homework, we got to dig a little deeper. You see, because the greatness is in you as well. And that's where our kids get their greatness is from us. And so we got to continue to give off this greatness even when we're fatigued. It's a must. When we have parents-teacher conference here, we have to pack this place up just like it is now. We have to be here. That's being involved. That's being engaged in our children's education. It's a must. We have to do it because our kids, let's face it, we're competing in a global society now. It's the 21st century, a global society. And it's global because of the technology. When you can press a button and send a message halfway across the world in seconds, we're competing in a global society here. Therefore, we cannot let up. In fact, we got to turn it up. We got to turn this volume on 10, and we got to rip the knob off and leave it there. That's just how important our babies are. Because time goes so fast. And I know all of you remember these youngsters being born. And we can't believe it. Here it is right now. We're about to go into kindergarten in the fall. This time is flying. I say that to say that these are the youngsters who are going to take care of us. And if they're going to take care of us, then we got to raise them right. We got to give them the right wisdom, the right knowledge, the right understanding. That means we got to discipline them and give them structure. But I'm going to tell you, family, just as hard as we discipline and just as hard as we give them structure, it is equally as vital that we build their confidence. Because they're going to, this is a world they're growing up in, they're facing some things, they're going to be faced with some obstacles and adversity that we've never seen before. They're going to be faced with some things we've never seen before. This is why the foundation is so important. This is why this foundation is so important. Because the foundation is our fundamentals. And when we get in trouble, that's why we fall back on our fundamentals. I was reading a research study that said recently that if a child does not have their fundamentals together, the simple basic reading and writing and arithmetic together, by the 4th grade, it becomes very difficult to build upon those skills. It becomes very difficult. It becomes difficult because you have to spend so much time teaching what they should be learning now, and we're teaching it in the 4th grade, and we're spending too much time playing catch up. Our babies are smart. I will put our kids up against anybody in this country because I believe in them that much. And that's the type of belief that we got to continue to have in these children. So, as they come to their graduation today, I salute them. I want you guys to continue to salute them and to celebrate them. Celebrate them. Uplift them. Uplift them. And when we keep building confidence by uplifting them, it's simple things like, you can do it. I believe in you. I like the way you wrote your name. That is very neat. Okay, that's not good enough, but I know you good. We're going to get it this time. We'll get it the next time. Hey, nobody can write like you. Nobody can read like you. Hey, when you read like you're reading today, hey, nobody can stop it. This is the type of cultivation, this is the type of belief that we got to have in our children. It's a must. It's a must. This is our foundation. We got to continue to grow and watch this thing manifest. And the reason why this foundation is so important, because I recently saw a video, and maybe some of you seen it as well on YouTube, where Sony did a presentation for their company. All right? And in 2004, from 2004 until 2010, in 6 years, by 2010, the top 10 jobs in this country was not even invented in 2004. That's just how fast things are moving. That's just how fast technology is moving. So what? We don't even know what we're preparing our kids for. We have not a clue. But I'm here to tell you, if we get this foundation together, which is our fundamentals, which is the reading, the writing, and the arithmetic, and if we get that together, we'll be preparing them for anything. Because if we get that together, I have no doubt that they're going to grasp the rest. But it begins with us, family. It begins with us. It's not just one person. And we just can't put this on one person, because this is bigger than one person. But we can achieve this as a team. And if we work together, we come together, we believe in one another, we believe in the vision and the mission here at First Church, here for Learning Ladders, there's no doubt in my mind these kids are going to surpass our wildest imagination. And with the confidence and the cultivation that we give them, they're going to go even further. That being said, I just want to commend all of you parents for what you do, all the sacrifices that you do for our babies and your babies, because I'm not just responsible for my son, I'm responsible for all of your kids, sons and daughters. And likewise, you all are not just responsible for your kids, you're responsible for mine too. And with this attitude, and with this type of commitment, this is the best. Our kids are the best. They're the best. And like I said before, I will match them up with any student, any scholar around the country, around the globe. But we can do this as long as we take care home first, and that's the foundation. And that's the commitment, and that's the belief in education. And that's a commitment to education, because as I started off, education is the one and only thing here in this world that's going to liberate us. Not wars, not debates, not anything. It's education. And with that, I thank you all. I thank you, Pastor Cup, for having me here. Ms. Kelly, it's my pleasure once again, you inviting me here. Not only are you a teacher and provide education for my son, but my wife and I consider you a dear friend and a dear neighbor. And with that, I'd like to thank you all and have fun this summer and continue to educate these children. Thank you.